Good afternoon. It's Friday, April 6th, 2:42 p.m. Market's still open. Wanted to look at the non-farm payroll numbers that came out this morning. It was a big miss for the payrolls. Manufacturing picked up 2,000 jobs, more than they were expecting. So that was a good report. But keep in mind, there was a big weather event. There was a big snowstorm up north that kept people out of work for a week or two and or maybe longer. And this is a survey report. This is not like ADP where you have people swiping time clocks and getting paychecks. This is the survey. So they ring. How many people do you think you'll be bringing in next month? Kind of thing. Actually, survey, but I don't know. It's by telephone. Is probably by they fill the information out and send it to them. But so it's whoever the survey participants are at that given time and however that works, but however they select them. So the weather probably impacted this, and I would not be surprised to see a good report next month, non-weather related. So let's take a look at the markets. You heard about this big sell-off across the board. We can look at our market analyzer and see the big sell-off. NQ, the Dow, the E-mini, crude sold off, and to the upside, you had the bonds and gold, but mainly, the 30-year bond really rallied up. So this actually happened after lunch. During the trading session, thank goodness for this linear regression, it shows you not to be selling that close. I was actually on a 3-minute chart or a 2-minute chart earlier and did try to make some of those attempts, but I should have been watching the 15-minute chart because it's clearly showing you don't even try it, right? So this is linear regression trend. So once that signal occurred, it's like that's when the market opened. It's showing you the heat, and as a matter of fact, a stop above this S1 line, that's where your stop would have been, never would have gotten hit, and you would have been all the way down to the other support areas. And of course, that's where the market was held up, but it was a great move down and just fantastic. Here is a 5-minute chart, and you can see the move. And I was participating in it actually both times. I got caught up in that sideways crap. When will I ever learn? It's like I need to put a neon sign in front of my head. But you can see that it lulls you into it. You get a signal, you think you're going to go, and it just bounces you around, up and down. And you have to use the higher time frame, the 60-minute and the 15-minute chart to trade. There's just no way to get around it. So here was the heat signal on that 15-minute, signaling that this was the one to take. And sure enough, a stop above the channel would have held you all the way down to the bands. And several ways to trade it. I like to trade my high-low 2, and that's because you get these trigger threes signals and you get your 15-15s over and over and over. Let me show you this section over here. So here were 3 winners. 1, 2, 3. And these aren't even the 2s or 4s. So there's actually more signals that you can get. But this is the concept. You get your 1 and 1s and you're splitting your risk. You're waiting for price to pull back to the value area. You take the trade. My software will trigger it when it crosses a line and then crosses back through. puts you in the trade, and that's the risk. And then you can set it. I usually do a one-on-one or one-on-two for the reward, and just pick these off left and right. When you get a stop out, it's okay because there's plenty of other signals that you get. There were a couple of stop outs there, but you get, let me show you the beginning of this move once it started moving. Look at this, tons of signals, and the twos are there too. I mean, all of these are bona fide signals also. So you can trade twos, threes, and fours, or just trade them all. And trust me, you're like there's plenty of signals to trade with this system. So I'm having a ball with it, and learning to stay out. This is the choppy part where I was telling you. You think that you're getting in and it turns around on you too many times, and that's because it's the choppy part. And that's what the choppy part does, and that's trading on too small of a time frame. So I really should stop looking at a 3 minute. It's just too noisy. It doesn't give you any value. You have to wait for like price to catch up to the 15 and 60-minute chart and go in that direction when that condition is set up. You know, the logic of, well, I'll get in faster on these smaller charts. Yes, but then you get chopped up more too. So, anyway, stay with the 50, the larger time frame. And once you get, I mean, you're not missing anything. If it's going to be a real event, a real tradable, event, there's going to be plenties. I shouldn't be in a rush, is what I'm trying to say. I should not at all be in a rush. So here was the signal, and here were the trades. And again, if you want to take a look at the 60-minute chart, it I like to look at the 60-minute too. Have a 60 and 15 up. And so you got your signals here at the same place where you got that 15-minute. Or I guess earlier, the 60-minute got you in, but there was that error. And so the all didn't get you in, would have kept you out until these last few, and you're seeing that that's like every condition possible together matching. And so these should be traded at all times when you see them going in your direction. So plenty to look at during the day. The 68 is a good filter. So, but make sure the time frames match is what I'm trying to say. And then when you get the time frame matching, then take the trade. And you have to wait. So I had to wait through this chop on the 15-minute, and then when it came together, that's the meat. That's the portion that we want to be trading. And that's when I made the money, right? So live and learn. So y'all have a great weekend. There's going to be some great signals to trade next week. We've got PPI, CPI. There's a WASD report. There's FOMC meeting minutes, all kinds of stuff going on. And then, of course, we've got the tariff stuff and Facebook stuff. I think I forget when he's going to testify, but that should, keep the techs on their toes, the tech market. So as these FANG stocks keep selling off, if Trump keeps after Amazon at the same time that Facebook's in trouble, it's just going to really be bad for the tech, for the NQ. So, all right, y'all be good, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. See you in the trade room next week.